Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. It's Tiff from Scrap Sanity here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my scrapbooking masters entries from 2010. Now, my main reason for wanting to do this is I've just bought a property in a highly prone bushfire area, and I'm not saying that lightly. Like, I'm literally surrounded by stringy bark and gum trees. And if you live in Australia, you'll understand how hot, the summers can be. And it's constantly on my mind to think, God forbid, if anything was to ever happen and I didn't have my projects anymore or even the magazine to look back on, I thought I'm going to start a YouTube channel so that I've always got an online record of my projects. So if you remember me from back in the day, please say hi down in the comments. I would absolutely love to reconnect with you. I had my own online store and physical store called Scrap Sanity. My own design team. I used to host retreats, crops, cyber crops, swaps. I was at all the trade shows doing make and takes. I was the design team coordinator for Twiddly Bits for quite a few years. I mean, if it had anything to do with scrapbooking, I was involved in it. I absolutely loved it, the social aspect of it. I truly just loved every minute of it. So if you remember me at all, please say hi. Even if you don't remember me, please say hi, because I love to make new friends. That's what this is all about, making connections. Every comment will be replied to, so don't be shy. Get chatting and let's enjoy this journey together. Get stuck in. So for anyone that still has these magazines lying around, this was volume 13, number 1. And it was the Scrapbooking Masters edition. So the criteria was a single page entry, an off the page entry, and also a double page spread, and I'll be showing them all to you today. So starting off with the single page layout, it's of my son Billy, and just looking at this, I cannot believe that it was 15 years ago. Wow, where does the time go? Turn 21. And it's been a long, hard road in some aspects because Billy has autism, so that's another thing. If you can relate to that, please let's connect and, share our stories. That was actually how I got started in scrapbooking. I was always a career person in real estate my whole life, and then all of a sudden I was delved into this world of special needs, and I needed to make sense of that, and I needed something to be able to keep me occupied at home because I was at home a lot. Billy used to, be a runner and run away, and so going out was like an absolute nightmare for me. So this layout was entitled Someday. And the text says, someday you'll make us prouder of you than we already are, and someday you'll make more sense of the confusing world around you. I promise you this. So I really had to give you a bit of a backstory to totally understand what that text was all about. And yeah, I'm so grateful that I discovered the world of scrapbooking, because it really was a major part of my life, and all I ever wanted to do was become a scrapbooking master. Like, as mentioned, I was involved in anything to do with scrapbooking, but being a master was my main goal, and I applied, I think, over 3 or so years. And finally, when I was accepted to be one, it was like a dream come true. 2010 was a bittersweet year for me. I lost my father, who was my hero, from cancer, so that was horrible. Becoming a scrapbooking master was, something nice to end off what was otherwise a pretty crappy year. Thinking, how am I going to remember? Not that you'd be able to buy any more of these materials, I wouldn't think, unless possibly on eBay. But I mean, as if anyone's even going to want to. But I was just thinking, what were these papers and what were these? And then I remembered that all the materials are listed in when you submitted to a magazine, you had to list them out. So if anyone's interested, here they are. It was Prima paper. The embellishments were Prima flowers, American crafts, stickers, and weren't these all the go? Everybody just was so mad about the American craft stickers, and we all had packets and packets of them in our stash. I'll just give you a little bit more of a closer view of the detail in that. Yeah, so thickers, Twiddly Bits chipboard. So the dove and the owl here were from Twiddly Bits, and I used to use them in all of my layouts because, as mentioned, I was on the design team, and my bosses were very, very generous, always making sure that I had heaps of chipboard there. The dove and the owl. So Tim Holtz stickles, sassafras lass, chipboard shapes, brads. Packaging, I think, must have been the tree, PVA glue, double-sided mounting foam, and tape. So that was that one there, the single layout. Okay, and on well, actually the second one was off the page, but I'll leave that till last because I've got the double page spread underneath, as you can see here. So we'll move on to that one. So this was the double page layout, and it's clearly a layout of my wedding day. Now, although I'm not married anymore, my husband was a very good person and still is to this day. So I don't mind talking about it. Some people would just be like, oh, yuck, let's burn this. I don't want to think about it, but it really wasn't like that for me. Everything's amicable. We still get along, and, you know, it's just one of those things. So the text says, as a little girl, I dreamed that a prince in shining armour would gallop up on a white horse and raise his sword and rescue me, and that we lived happily ever after. On November 15th, 2003, my dream finally came true. Well, I must admit, my wedding day was one of the best days of my life. It was everything that I dreamed it would be, and I still have very fond memories of it, as I said, even though we're no longer married. So, you know, life ain't a fairy tale, and that's a story for another day, but today we're here to talk about my project, so we'll keep it to that. This is probably one of my favourite layouts to date. I'll just give you a little closer up view there of the detail. You can probably hear my dog chewing up a box in the background there. Sorry, he's one of the most spoilt dogs in the entire world. His name's Toby, and he's an Australian stumpy tail cattle dog, and I'll do a video with him in it one day, but not at the moment, because if he comes anywhere near these projects, he'll be in big trouble. So the materials used for anybody who cares or is interested, the papers were Kaisercraft and Prima. Creative Imaginations book page I used here around underneath the picture of me when I was little. I probably would have been about 4 there. Haven't changed much. People say I will show you my face in an upcoming video. I'm sure you can't wait for that one. What else have we got? Twiddly Bits chipboard again. Yep, I was on the design team, so I had, you know, heaps of that always at hand. And I will continue to have well, I'm going to have a giveaway in some of my upcoming videos as well, so please stay tuned for that, because I literally have boxes and boxes of this stuff and I'm never going to use it in my entire life. Prima felt vines, pearls, crystals, flowers and butterflies, little golden book. I think this is ironic because I've actually just bought about 50 golden books to make into junk journals to sell. So, you know, it's just, I think, amazing how we can bring our scrapbooking lives into, or transform into, the modern day of junk journaling. And if this is you, if you've I'm interested to know, leave me a comment if you used to do scrapbooking and now you're doing junk journaling. I'd love to know. Something that we have in common. Okay, Tim Holt stickles, Morgan and Finch large butterflies. So this here and this here, these were just Christmas decorations that I incorporated. And then we've just got Journaling Spot, Queen & Co. Felt, Vine, Brad's, Crafty Notions, Creative Colour Spray, Versamark and Stays on Ink, Sizzix Big Shot, an embossing folder, PVA glue, double-sided mounting foam and tape. So that was quite a mouthful. But this is probably one of my favourite layouts of all time. I'll just get it straight there. So this is my YouTube record in case anything ever was to happen to these layouts. And no, that's not going to be because of you, Toby. Stay away behind your petition. Okay, and last but not least, we will have the off the page project, and then you'll be done with me. You're probably sick of this already. Thank you. Okay guys, and here we are with the final project, the off the page. And it literally is so big that it is definitely off the page. In fact, it's falling off the desk. It's off its face. You can call it what you want. So yeah, we've got 6 canvases here, and it is basically, what is it saying? Welcome, sit long, laugh much. It's got all of our ugly faces in it, and the detail in this was quite, I thought, extraordinary at the time. There's an old book that I stuck down on top of this canvas there, and then I put everything on top of that. This was a Twiddly Bits house, Twiddly Bits trees, Prima flowers. I think they're Kaisercraft. I think we've probably all got some of those in our stash. So yeah, I have to find a place to put this now in my house because I ain't moving again. The last move nearly killed me, and I have that much scrapbooking, or should I say junk journaling stuff. And also, now, if anyone's interested in having, you know, a crop day, or, you know, me organising a bus tour perhaps, where we can just go around to all the thrift shops and, you know, buy stuff for junk journaling, like, wouldn't that be fun? So let me know if you're interested in anything like that in the comments, because I want to get back into it all. Anything to do with junk journaling now, yep, I want to get into it. So last but not least, I don't think anyone's interested in this, but these were the materials that were used in that project, if you wanted to have a little read of that. If you have any questions about anything, please ask. I'll be more than happy to help. As I said, any comments will be, and I just can't wait to get to know you all. I hope that you can give this video a thumbs up. And encore, I just wanted to add as well that if you are thinking about starting a channel, just go for it. I've been procrastinating for so long now, and I'm just so glad that this is over. The first one's down. It's just going to be onwards and upwards from here. And, you know, I hate talking about myself, but I've got out there now my introduction. So hopefully, yeah, I plan to do a studio tour, maybe not in my next video, but, you know, in upcoming ones, giveaways, tutorials, all the fun stuff. Anyway, you've heard enough. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.